battle circle is reserved only for real. For today, I have the honor of commanding the battle circle. I decide who fights who and make sure all the... The battle circle is only a small part of our training regiment. A full Mandalorian warrior is a master of many fighting techniques, and here, all of them are tested. If you were to compete, you would have to do so on our terms, for that is the way of the battle circle. Those with great honor, Jedi rely too much on their vaunted powers. They lose touch of the power of their arms and feet. Without your force, would you be a match? If you want to try and fight us on our terms, that can be a risk. Two rules never change. Once you enter the circle, you leave the circle only if your opponent is defeated. The second is never kill anyone in the circle. The other rules are decided for each individual fight. The challenger must abide by the terms set by the warrior they challenge. Since you are new, the terms are you break any rule and the battle is over, and you are dishonored. You are new here, so you will fight Davro. He is young and has not been able to prove himself in battle. Davro, what are your terms?
No weapons, no Jedi tricks, and no items. Just fist and foot. A true test of strength.
Put your weapon away, Jedi. Don't step out of the circle and pull any death blow. No one dies in the battle circle. Step into the battle circle. Now you will experience a true fight. The match between Jedi and Davril is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Davril is just a recruit. I'm not surprised you've won this fight. A challenger has expressed interest in fighting you. As little honor as you have gained, it is sufficient to accept his request. Let me know.
I have lost. But this was no true contest. Jedi are skilled warriors, and I am young, but there are others already here who are more than your equal. Braylor is one of the mightiest among us. He could teach you humility.
This is our battle circle. You should leave us, even if the sergeant lets you fight with us. You will Here to watch a fight or to participate? After defeating Davril, you have gained some small honor. There is a challenger for you. He is Kex, the quartermaster. Since he is the challenger, you get to choose the terms. As quartermaster, he has little opportunity for any glory in training. He isn't as skilled as Davril. I will send a runner to Kex. Prepare yourself for your fight, Jedi. The match between Kex and Jedi is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. Here to watch a fight or to... You choose to fight again. Now face a real Mandalorian warrior. Tagrin, just fist and foot like you fight with Davril. Tagrin chooses to fight hand to hand. Remember, no weapons allowed. match between Jedi and Tagrin is over. The Jedi is the clear and honorable victor. You have fought well today. The only Mandalorians left for you to fight are our champions. No one can fight a champion until they have proven themselves worthy. And it must be real proof. The kind you gain fighting foes to the death. And a champion must observe and deem your actions worthy. There are two champions in the camp, Braylor and Kelborn. Until you prove yourself in their eyes, the battle circle is closed to you. Unless a battle circle champion vouches for you, you cannot fight anyone else in the circle.
So the Jedi Order isn't completely dead. You always had hidden strengths. Very hard for even the wisest man. I have studied much of the Jedi since our defeat. I would be honored to cross blades with you in the battle circle. I could only do that if I observed you fight an enemy in real combat. I have seen your matches so far, and I do not doubt your worthiness to face me. But the rules cannot be changed. The other champion, Kelborn, is in the jungle on a mission. Perhaps your paths will cross, and you will have your opportunity there.
You have prowess in battle, this cannot be denied. But your Jedi teachings prevent you from having a true warrior spirit. Jedi couldn't have beaten us in the Mandalorian Wars. It took a fallen Jedi...
I sent one of my warriors, Kumas, into the jungle. It's been 3 days. days, and I want you to bring back his corpse and his survival pack. If Kumas wasn't dead, he'd be back already. If you find his body, just bring it back. Good point. I don't want his body, just his equipment. Field strip the corpse and... Found Kumas. Found Kumas. The Mandalorians will rise again.
All right, stand back. Sith's blood! Fixing anything in this rotting... This jungle attacks anything made by man. Restoring the generators and computer system. I'll take whatever help I can get. Whatever wires and tech haven't been corroded by the jungle are at least 10 years old. What did the droid say? I'm trying to get the relay dish operational, but several components are broken and need repair. Without the relay, we're vulnerable to attack, especially right now. Your space battle may have attracted unwanted attention, and our shuttle's sensors can't cover the whole moon. Seems just about everything involved with the relay dish is broken. I've been trying to fix it for weeks and still not. If you think you can help, there's the broken cables right over there, and the relay maintenance structures behind me. You can find the telemetry computer. The only thing I know for sure is we need a new phase pulse converter for the... We actually already found one in an old weapons cache, but flaming Canox ate it. That's the problem with Canox. They'll leave you alone if you keep your distance. But if you turn your back on the pests, they'll eat anything they can get in their mouth. They're vermin, and no challenge for a Mandalorian. Since they provide no sport, we ignore them. Just gut every Canock you come across. You wouldn't believe the things you can find in those little beasts. We checked the cache manifests, and that's the only one that was in storage. They're vermin, and no... Just... Alright then, come back when you have the converter and we can see about getting...
outside the camp. We usually find some entertainment in clearing out the worst of the beasts. But without our patrols, some of the larger beasts may be around. None of us will be around to bail you out of trouble. You've been warned. Our sensors picked up 3 ships landing in this area after the space battle. If any of the Onderon military come searching for those ships, we don't want them finding our base. I don't know. It was some sort of freighter. It didn't land in any of the clearings along the path. Knowing some of the larger Duxon beasts, the crew is probably already dead. The people of Onderon still live in fear of us. They were the first world we conquered in the Mandalorian Wars. Their resistance was laughable. We cut through their defenses like vibroblades through cloth. ISIS fell within hours. If they knew we were here, they would eventually gather enough courage to attack us. It is not a battle we wish to wage. Yet. You have fought and defeated worthy. Foes in the battle circle. During the war, we abandoned our headquarters.
You here to gloat over your victories in the battle circle. So why are you back? Yeah, I do. I don't know why Mandalore would let some outsider roam around. If it were up to me, you would have been shot on sight. Mandalore must think you're something special. I won't, as long as the Mandalore's orders stand. If he wants you dead, though, then I'm gonna be the first one gunning.
Out into the jungle. Stay alert. Our patrols keep the area clear of the more dangerous beasts, but a lot of the smaller ones still infest the paths. Mostly Canucks and Malras. Deeper in the jungle there's Boma beasts, and they're a little more sport. Little pests. They'll eat anything they can fit in their mouths, so don't leave any gear and supplies lying around, unless you want them to end up in a Canuck's belly. They aren't very aggressive, though. Just don't get too close to them. Malras are aggressive, but hardly a challenge for a real warrior. They're pack hunters, though, and dangerous in numbers. We try to thin their herds pretty regularly. Bomas are tough and fiercely territorial. Whenever we drive them off, they just come back to reclaim their grazing lands. We can handle them, but they may be too much for you. Even the bravest Mandalorians have fallen prey to this jungle and its beasts. Don't say I didn't warn you. If you head out and... finally arrived, Jedi. I seek to reclaim the honor that you stole from me. I challenge you here, outside of the battle circle. This time, we fight to the death. You would deny my request? I want to fight here, in front of other Mandalorians, to prove my worth. Do not shame me further. There were no wars to fight, no great enemies to destroy. I wish this was a different age, where our armadas were a force to be feared. I was too young to fight in the Mandalorian Wars. With our clans scattered, there was no opportunity to prove myself. Years ago, young Mandalorians would fly point in a basilisk, laying waste to anything before them, at the forefront of battle. But this has been denied me. What little honor I have earned, you stripped from me in the battle circle. This I won't allow. You would deny my request? Then you dishonor me again, Jedi. One day we will meet again. Next time, you will not have a choice.
We assume that any Mandalorian who does not report back within a day has been taken by the jungle. I still live. I am just in a difficult situation.
A patrol was sent to look for weapon caches in this region. They found 3 sites that looked promising. Zarga told me to prove myself by taking explosives to those sites and uncovering the caches, if they exist. This was the first site. After easily dispatching some Maras, I removed my pack and began to plant my charges along this ridge. When I finished setting the charges, I looked down to see Canucks swarming all over my pack. The pests were eating everything. I killed the Canucks, but then a herd of Bomas arrived. I had no more ammo. The extra energy cells I had brought had been in my pack, so I've been up here, weaponless for 2 days. Even if I got by the Bomas, there are too many beasts between here and the checkpoint. Bravery is commendable, but there is no honor in suicide. I thought I could survive until another patrol came by and then return to camp with my brothers. Blaster rifles don't use much energy, and their energy cells last a long time. How often have you had to change ammo? I do not need you to echo my failures to me. I need your aid. You must have cleared a path to the beast coming here. If you take care of the Boma beasts, I can make it to safety. My blaster rifle's been useless ever since I used it to bash in a Canuck's skull. Your actions are worthy of a Mandalorian. Return here when you have slain the beast and I will be able to return to camp. Don't touch that button, it'll blow up all my charges! I can still hear a few Bomas out there. I'm grateful for your help, stranger. I'm returning to the Mandalorian camp now. I won't forget this. I have only one request. Please, don't mention this incident to anyone.
see that boma over there? The Force flows through even these simple creatures. If you empty your mind, you may be able to feel its thoughts. They aren't fully formed, basic instincts, urges, dominated by every breath and every moment, primal and unsophisticated. The point is to learn something about the Force. Even if you cannot appreciate that, you should value the power my teachings will provide you. Good. Beasts can be easier to affect than other sentients, but you must bridge the gap between what distinguishes us and them. You feel its consciousness, yes, like a low rumble before the storm. Use the Force to create a barrier around it. Make it with care and subtlety. You came close, and you have potential. With practice, you can make any animal passive and pliable. But the cage around their perceptions is a fragile thing. Many things can break its hold, violence especially. With the Force, anything is possible. But that is the end of the lesson for now.
kind. Patrol. Mandalore sent me out here personally to track a ship that landed in the area. Yeah, from what little we could pick up on sensors, it was bigger than your ship. Most likely a freighter or dropship. This one was trying to slip in quietly, and it was keeping its eye on emissions to a minimum. Our sensors almost didn't pick it up. Just this corpse here. Looks like a scout, and pretty green too. The fool walked right into a group of Canucks and got torn apart. He can't have been the only one crawling around here. If there's more, we need to take them out. You up for some action? We can't let them find the camp, if that's what they're looking for. We need to track them down and make sure their trip here is real short. There's more of these scouts in the jungle. There's many paths and I don't want them to slip by. If we split up, we should be able to find their scouts, if you're up for it. I'm going to take up a position to the east. You go west. I'll make sure none of them get past me.